What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Prep, Cook, Plate, Repeat. This week, we're going to show you how to clean and fillet a branzino. Branzino is pretty much the most common fish in the Mediterranean. They use it a lot in Greece. They use it a lot in Italy. I'm going to show you how to make this, clean it. We're going to take the scales off, the fins off. We're going to fillet it, and then we're going to make it with fennel two ways. The fennel is going to be seared, and there's going to be a raw fennel salad to go with it. So we'll be right back to show you. Alright, guys, so the first thing you want to do with this fish is we're going to take off these little fins. Scissors is your best friend here. They're also known as kitchen shears. If you have regular scissors, I'm not judging you. You're going to remove this back fin right here very carefully without cutting yourself. This fin is very sharp. It'll get you. It's gotten me many times. This fin right here is even sharper. Just like that. Beautiful. This little fin here, we're going to take right off as well. Beautiful. Flip it around. Take off its other fin. Just like that. And the final fin is in the bottom here. Now this fish is a nice white fish. It's flaky. Yes, you can cook this fish whole. You can cut it here, take out the guts. A lot of people stuff this in restaurants. They put fennel, they put lemon, they put different kind of herbs. They'll bake it, whole. I like to fillet it because this has a lot of bones, like I said. All right, so next thing we're going to do, now if you don't have a fish scaler at home, you're going to use your knife. And we're going to scale the skin right off. As you can see that right there? That's what you want. You want to take that right off. Easily. This makes a little mess, so you don't got to go super fast. Just try to control the mess that you're going to make. Just like that. Beautiful. Now this is an important part because the branzino that we're going to fillet this, we're going to keep the skin on. We're going to keep the skin for texture and for flavor. So just like that. Got a little bit here at the tail. Beautiful. Just like that. Rub your hand and check for any scales. If it gives you a little resistance, that means a scale here. See that? Oh, beautiful. Okay, this feels pretty smooth. That looks nice. There's a little bit here. Okay, same thing, flip it over, clean off your blade, and same thing. Just like that. Take your time. You don't have to, this is not a competition. You want to make sure you get all that scales off. Because if you bite into the skin with a scale, it does not taste good at all. It's really, really bitter and nasty. All right. That looks pretty good. Let's feel it. Smooth. Beautiful. I find this equivalent to shaving, right? I got a bald head. When I shave my head, I check for grain. If there's still some grain, some stubble, I shave it. It's the same exact thing with the fish skin here. If you kind of feel this grain, right, over here a little bit, just peel it right off, just like that. All right, I'm going to clean up the board. I'm going to wipe this fish down with some cold water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to open up the guts and show you how to clean out the guts. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So the next thing you want to do that we're going to do is we're going to cut this little pouch right here. Now there's guts. There's some blood in there, so we're going to cut it right down. Take our knife, pierce it, follow it down. There's a bunch of nasty shit in here. Excuse my language. All right, so with a spoon, we're just going to scrape out whatever's inside. Beautiful. Just take this right out. Now, if this fish was pregnant, we would have been able to see caviar in here, but we don't see any. We don't see any fish eggs. I don't see any in here. So See all this stuff in there? I'm going to pull all that out. We don't want none of that. I'm going to give it another cut down over here. I'm going to split it open. See, there's more stuff in there by the neck and the head. Just take that and scrape that right out. See any blood in there? Get that out. Right? Beautiful. All right. Next thing you want to do, jump over to your sink, rinse out all this in the middle, right? You don't want any of that stuff. Rinse all that out. Get anything that might be attached, get it right out. I'm going to clean this. I'll be right back to show you how to fillet. All right, guys. So pat your fish down nicely. Inside, pat it down. Just like that. Beautiful. Now our fish is gutted and scaled, right? That's the term that you use in restaurants. You got to gut the fish and you got to scale the fish, all right? Next thing you do, most important part, is fillet the fish, all right? Now I'm a righty. I feel comfortable having the head going that way and my blade coming down this way. Then when we turn around, when that piece is off, I'm going to come this way from the tail to the head. This is how I start. I'm going to look for the bone. I find the bone. The furthest you can go is right here by the gill. You can't go any further than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a little incision right here, right there. See that? Where the gill and the spine meet is right there. Take your knife, find the spine, go down, and then with your knife, drag it along the back of the spine, just like that. All the way down to the tail. So you come off right there, pull back, and then start taking it off the spine right here. Just like that. Beautiful. Little by little. Just like that. That's one fillet. Next thing we're going to do is flip it over. And now we're going to cut the second fillet. But instead of going this way, we're going to come this way now from the tail. This way. Make a little incision by the tail. Find the bone. Just like that. Cut it. Beautiful. Cut this piece off. There you go. Now you have 2 whole fillets. There you go. This you can discard. Get rid of that. I just want to give it to your cat. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up these fillets. Same knife. Clean off any skin that's over here. Just like that. Carefully. That's a clean fillet. Feel for any bones. I don't feel any bones. Beautiful. Next thing, do with the next fish. The next fillet. Clean up this right here. Slice a little bit off. Not too much. Just like that. Beautiful. There you go. Now you have 2 nice clean fillets. Flip it over. You're gonna make 3 incisions here. 1, 2, and 3. That's gonna help us from the fish curling up. It's gonna help us cook this fish evenly. Same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. All right. Next thing you want to do is you're going to salt our fish. Just like that. Pepper. Both sides. And then a little bit of lemon zest. Citrus goes really well with this kind of fish. This fish takes in any flavor that you give it. Rub that in. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now we'll set these aside. We're not going to cook them yet because we need to cook our fennel. So I'll be right back to show you. All right, so our fish is on the side. It's marinating, it's seasoned, it's doing this thing. Next thing you want to do is make our fennel 2 ways. We're going to make it the first way. We're going to do a seared fennel. First thing we want to do is cut off these tops. Right? We can discard them. I'm going to use the tops later on for a little bit of garnish, so I got a couple here that I'm going to save. Next thing, just peel off any skin that might be dead. Next thing we're going to do is cut it in half. Just like that. Beautiful. This little point at the bottom is a stalk. I'm not going to cut, this is what holds the entire fennel together. I'm not going to cut this off right now because we're going to boil this. If we take this off and boil it, the entire fennel is going to come apart. This is going to hold this entire thing in place. So we're going to take these, put them right inside. I got some water boiling on the stove, a little bit of salt. I'm going to submerge these in, and then I'll be right back to show you how to make these bad boys. Alright, so now we're going to make our raw fennel salad. Now, if you never had fennel, fennel is very anise flavor, anise. Tastes a little bit like licorice, but not too much. I don't like licorice, but I do like fennel. So, I'll show you how to do this now. So, cut the tops off. Take your knife, cut it down the middle once. Okay? We're going to remove this little stem right here. Just like that. Same thing on the other one. Going to remove that stem. Beautiful. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to just julienne these. If you have a mandolin at home, the thing that goes like this on a long, it's a long wooden mandolin or plastic mandolin, you can do that as well. I'm just going to do it kind of old school. Just use my knife. So I'm going to kind of make julienne pieces. I'm not going to cut this way because they're going to be a little too long. I'll just go with this shape. So using your knife, thinly, just slice the fennel. It's kind of what you want right here. That's what you're looking for. Okay. That one. We'll do the next one. Now this is going to add a really nice fresh element to this dish, is what we're looking for. Beautiful. We're going to put these into a bowl. The key when doing this is you need to add acid to this immediately. If you don't add acid to this, it is going to oxidize on you. Got a half a lemon here that I'm just going to squeeze right into it, just to stop that oxidation process. Just like that. Beautiful. Get in there with your hands, toss it, make sure that lemon is on there. Beautiful. Now it's going to slow down that oxidation process. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some oranges. So we're going to add some orange segments to this salad. Okay. I'm going to cut this just like that. So it gives me a sturdy orange here, so I'm not going like this and cutting myself. Take your knife and start peeling off the rind so you can see. Try not to get into the flesh too much because you want to use that flesh. Just like that. As you cut, just go down and follow the shape of the orange. It is an oval sphere, so just kind of guide your knife to go down with it. Just like that. Every time you cut, turn it. Beautiful. Alrighty. If there's some white spots on there, it is okay. We're going to go back with our knife and we're going to clean that up. Just like that. Okay. Beautiful. Now you can use any orange you like. This is a navel orange. If you want to use a tangerine, if you want to use a Valencia orange, whatever kind is in season, whatever you like, it's totally up to you. You don't have to use a navel. I just like navels because they're good. Okay. Now, our orange is nice and peeled. Beautiful. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up our orange very, very carefully. You're looking for the lines here. These lines are your guiding. They're like your reference, right? We're going to take our knife. We're going to cut into one. And then we're going to cut into the other line. Just like that. Just cut deep into enough that it's loose. And there you go. And that's your segment. These are orange segments right here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this entire orange, and I'll be back to finish the salad off. All right, so now you can see our segments are all cut, and they're ready to be cut. So we're not going to put them in like this. We're going to cut them up so they're about the same size as the fennel. We're going to cut these each into thirds. If you see there's a little white piece from the segment, just cut that right off. That's a rind, and that's bitter. You don't want that. We're going to cut them right into threes, just like that. Beautiful. Alrighty. Right into our mixing bowl here. Okay. Give it a little clean to our board. Wipe it down real quick because we're about to chop some herbs. Don't want the herbs getting stuck to the board. Okay. Now we're going to use the top of that fennel that I said don't discard. Just leave one. We're going to use some of it. We're going to pluck some of these leaves right here. These anise leaves. They smell amazing. Really, really nice. Just like that. Beautiful. I love that smell. Okay. Take your knife. Just give it once. Just like that. One more. Beautiful. We're going to dump it right in. That's nice. It's going to give us a nice color, some nice brightness, and some really, really nice, more extra anise flavor. Next thing, salt. A little bit of cracked pepper. Okay. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Right in. And a little bit of lemon zest. Beautiful. Take our spoon here and start mixing everything up. You can make the salad in a couple hours in advance. The longer it sits, more flavor it gets. Beautiful. Now that's a really nice, flavorful salad. Try a little bit here. Citrus is beautiful. Fennel is beautiful. That salt, that pepper. Really, really good stuff. We're going to put this to the side. We're going to check on our fennel that's boiling. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so our fennel is done. It's fork tender. It's not super, super tender, but you can stick a fork in it and it'll come right out smooth. We're gonna heat up a cast iron pan here with some extra virgin olive oil. It should start to smoke like this. Hopefully the alarm doesn't go off. So that's what you want to hear, that nice sear. We're gonna sear these bad boys. As you can see, the fennel was whole. I just cut it in half. That's all I did. We're gonna get a really nice caramelization on this. That's okay. Just like that. Beautiful. We're going to sear this for about 5 minutes or so. We're going to sear it for about 2 minutes on one end, and then we're going to flip it over and sear it like that. Alright, so be right back. Alright, so our fennel is searing. That's the color you're looking for right there. That nice brown caramelization, that's what you want. Now put it on its back. Let the back get color. So we're going to add a little bit of salt. And we're going to add some pepper right in. Beautiful. Next thing, we're going to add a little bit of red wine vinegar. Just a little bit. Like that. We're going to add some parsley. Give that a nice swirl just like that. Beautiful. Now we're going to put our fennel to the side. We're going to keep this to the side. And then we're going to sear our Branzino. And then we're going to plate everything up. So we'll be right back to sear this Branzino. Alright guys, so next thing we're doing is cooking this Branzino. Nice amount of olive oil. We're going to put the Branzino skin side down. Just like that. Just like that. Put the plate right on top of it. The plate's gonna help it from curling up. You don't want it to curl up. Put some nice weighted pressure on there so we can really sear. That's what you want, just like that. We're gonna let this Branzino cook for about 4 minutes on one side and like 30 seconds on the other side, and that's all it needs. It's super thin. You don't want to overcook this fish. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, so fish is done, fennel's done, fennel salad's done. Now is the fun part. We're gonna plate this bad boy up right now. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna plate with our fennel. Nicely, beautiful fennel. Put one on each other. Just like that. One on its belly. And maybe one right here. Beautiful. We'll put something right in the middle here to give our fish a little height. So we're going to take our fish. I put the fish on a paper towel just to catch any grease. So one fish here. Just like that. Second fish right on top of it, over just like that. Beautiful. Now you have a little height on this plate. Next is that beautiful citrus salad that we made. We're going to put some orange segments all around. Beautiful. I'll take that out of there. Just like that. Beautiful. Now we're going to take a little bit of this nice fennels. Put it around top of that fish, just like that. Beautiful. And maybe top that off with some orange. Beautiful, just like that. Put a little salad here at the end. Wonderful. And then we're going to pluck off some of those anise leaves. Just going to place some all around. This just shows you don't have to go to a 2, 3, 4-star restaurant. You can make this. You can make a nice, beautiful meal at home yourself. Beautiful, just like that. There you have it. Branzino with fennel, 2 different ways. Shaved raw fennel salad with citrus and navel oranges. And then we have a nice seared fennel here. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If there's anything you'd like to see in the upcoming weeks, just comment down below. We'll catch you next time.